What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be installing this what we call here the dashboard display, and it's a mini dashboard display, and really it's going to sit right here, right there at the dash, above, or on top of, I should say, the steering column. So it's going to be integrated into the steering column, and it shouldn't really interfere with the airflow. So we have that, and then of course comes with this wiring harness here that we need to run to the passenger side of the vehicle. So shouldn't be too bad. We have to remove some panels, including this dash right here, but this is specifically for the 2022 Model Y with the AMD processor. So there is a different one, mainly for the wiring harness for the Intel processor, but this one specifically is for the AMD processor. So shouldn't be too bad of an install. Again, we do have to remove some panels, starting with this side panel here for the driver side and the passenger side. We will have to remove this part of the dash all the way across. We will also have to remove the top side of the steering column and a couple pieces on the passenger side to be able to make all these connections. So really shouldn't take too long. It is a little involved, but well, I guess we'll see what it takes. But let's go ahead and get started. Okay, we got the two panels out, we got the dash out, so what we need to do is take the top part of the steering column out. So what we need to do is go ahead and move the steering wheel out as far as it goes, to be able to expose the whole thing, and we're going to go ahead and move it down some. Now, in order to take out this panel here, there's these two clips right here, and then they should be held in with some other clips that we could just pry apart with the plastic pry tools. So we need to remove this vinyl cover here, because we're going to have to reuse it on our new display unit. So, but it's pretty easy to remove. There's these 4 little tabs that we need to press in and pop through the little holes, and then it's also held by, there's these tabs on the side here that need to come apart. But you just simply press in the little tab and then push it through the hole. So just like that. Now we're going to install this on the new display unit, and then just keep this inside in case you guys want to put this back a little bit later. Now, to put this back on, you simply just pop in the little tabs back in the new holes, and they basically just fit in exactly in the same spots that we removed it from on the OEM piece. And that's it. That's it. That was pretty easy to move that. Now this piece here can just go back on the top part of the steering column and get everything connected from a wiring standpoint on the passenger side of the vehicle. So let's go ahead and get that done. Okay guys, so we got this all wired up. Obviously we still got all the trim pieces out, but on the right side, or the passenger side of the vehicle, what we had to do is remove this panel here that goes along the sill and the passenger side of the vehicle. And then we had to pull back this carpet panel here. And then there's a blue open connector that's down there, and what you need to do is connect the cable that's labeled computer power adapter, as you can see there, which makes it pretty easy that they label this. So that's where we're going to pick up the power for the wiring harness. And the other nice thing is that now the other side of the connector here is another open port, just like that blue connector was left there for. So in case you want to add some future devices, we have a new open port there. Along the driver's side, we have to remove the same sill trim piece here, and then we had to tap in with the other side of the wiring harness to this blue port here, and that's for the connection of the Canvas protocol adapter. So that's what we had there. So all we did is use the wiring harness with the adapter connected to it to jump this connection here. With that, the vehicle's powered back on. As you can see, our mini display here is powered on, and it's showing that the doors are open, which they are, the passenger and driver side. So all we need to do now is simply just clean up all this wiring and then, attach all the panels back on. So let's go ahead and do that. Then we'll go ahead and come back and look at our display. All right, guys, we got all the side panels back in place. You can see here, along with the gasket that goes along the door area. But what I wanted to point out is how I routed the cable that's going to be covered up by the dash. I didn't want it to sit loose underneath that. So what I ended up doing is tucking in, some areas underneath the internal panels, so that way they don't, wiggle around or anything like that. But basically wanted to also make sure we were clear of these areas here where that dash panel clips into. So got that all routed nicely. And yeah, so everything's back in place. All we have to do is just attach, again, the dash that goes on top, and then of course the little side panel here that we took out earlier. right, guys, there we have it. It's finally done. So let's go ahead and jump into the settings and see what we have. So what we need to do to get into the actual settings is hold the right scroll wheel on the steering wheel to the right for a couple seconds, and then this main menu pops up. So as you can see here, we need to go ahead and change that to Fahrenheit. We got the time zone area, so you gotta adjust that down to, I believe, GMT -6 or 5. We'll double check that. Theme, not sure what the theme is, but we got auto, bright, dark. I believe auto, what that does is basically as your screen changes from dark to light, this will automatically do the same thing at the same time. So tire pressure, we're going to leave at PSI. Not really sure what that is. Mileage from kilometers to miles. So we're going to set ours to miles, leave it English. We're going to leave the format time, the 12-hour, but it does have a 24-hour. And then the UI1 and UI2, so those are going to be different displays. So we'll take a look at UI1 first, and then go into exit. And as you can see there, we got the temperature correct on the top right corner, 85 degrees. Fortunately here, it doesn't actually tell you what the humidity is because it's extremely humid right now. And then I'm also changing there at the bottom underneath the miles per hour, the distance a notification. So all you do is click to the left or right on that right scroll wheel to adjust that. And then on the far right, you got the park, reverse, neutral, drive. And on the left, looks like we got the time. And then currently still have the driver and passenger side doors open. So all pretty good information. Of course, the bottom right, we got the battery life left, and that's displaying correctly at 49%. So that's good there. Let's go ahead and jump into see what the UI2 looks like. All right, so it's a little bit different display. You got the car door, or at least the plan view of your car in the middle there. And then not sure what happened to the miles per hour. I wonder if that actually goes away once you start driving, but it looks like what it does. Yeah, and then you got the range and odometer on the right. The park, reverse, neutral, and drive is on the bottom right. Again, the temperature appears to be about the same spot. Same with the time, but I think I like UI1 better, so I'm going to go ahead and move that back to UI1. Yeah, I think I like that. I want the miles per hour dead center. So I'm going to keep at that, see what that looks like for a while. Change this back to 6, I guess. So overall, man, this looks pretty good. It was not too bad of an install, quite honestly. It was nice that I didn't have to go tap into the actual computer. I was able just to do that along the side panels. So that was nice. Yeah, so basically just on the passenger side, had to make that connection there, and same thing on the driver's side down here. So really didn't have to remove too much, and it was all pretty easily able to put that all back. So overall looks pretty good. I mean, this is obviously a view from me sitting on the driver's side, and as you can see, the view, right in the middle of the steering wheel is really nice. It doesn't block the air diffuser whatsoever, so that's really nice too. But overall, it looks pretty nice. So pretty happy with that so far. Obviously need to take it on a test drive and see what it actually looks like. But overall, pretty clean looking. Man, overall, guys, it looks pretty good. As you can see here on the steering column, it blends in really nicely. It basically makes it look pretty OEM. So pretty happy with that. So let me know what you guys think. Make a comment down below. And that should be it for today, guys. So if you found this helpful, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more. We'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, guys. See ya.